What is up, fellow Broodwar fans? Welcome to ASL Season 6 Wildcard Qualifiers. We have got three terrific players going at it today, which are Flash, Mind and Shuttle. Two of these players will advance to ASL Season 6 Round of 8, I believe, and all of these players are coming from the Round of 8 ASL Season 5, which they lost. So we can see a Mind has a 70% win ratio against Protoss, and he's going to go up against Shuttle in the first game. The first game is going to be Mind versus Shuttle, the second is going to be Flash versus Mind, and the third is going to be Flash versus Shuttle. So no Circs today, which is a bit of a bummer. You always like to see diversity in races. And let's check out Shuttle's stats. He's got 9-6, so 60% against Terrans. Still pretty good, but it's not 70%. I hope that Mind and Shuttle will bring a close game. I think Mind is favoured in this matchup, and I think Flash is favoured against anyone else. So my predictions would go Flash and Mind going out of this tournament alive, so to speak. But I do think Shuttle still stands a chance. He has the privilege of only practicing against Terrans for this tournament. While Flash and Mind have to practice TVP and TVT. Guess that helps a little bit, and Shuttle's gonna need it. Let's close the Korean chat. I do not understand it anyways. So Shuttle is preparing, getting his headset to isolate the casters and other annoying things. I have no idea what maps this is going to be on. Let's hope there are some new exciting maps, and let's hope Sparkle is removed. Okay, Fighting Spirit is the first map, Match Point the second, and Gladiator the third. So unfortunately not any new maps, but the maps are pretty good and balanced, and Fighting Spirit being the most common map. I think Fighting Spirit is on its way out there. I don't know if we're going to see it very much more in coming tournaments, but it is a good map nonetheless. And the first game is on. Fighting Spirit being a quite defensive map in general, it's very easy to get your three bases. So from the Terrans perspective, going for a early natural and then to a third base off of 1 to 2 factories is quite common. Going for 2 base pushes slash all-ins on 5 factories is also quite common, because the distance between the bases on this map is not too large. And for Protoss players, it's also quite common to go for an early third base. You can off of 1 gateway. It's a bit greedy. Nexus first is also quite common on this map, as well as early CC. Dropship play not as common. Same goes for Shuttle. It's still used, but it's easy to defend any incoming drops on this map, especially if you're on 2 bases. It gets a bit trickier when you're on 3, but it is quite rare to see those drops. And looks like Mind is gonna go for the racks at the natural. Looks like he's gonna go for a gasless expand on, I would say, maybe 20-21 supply is quite common. This is probably the most common build on this map, or the second most common build. It is a bit risky if your first Marine dies to an early sellout, but Shuttle is going to go for that Cybernetics core directly after gateway here, so no early sellout. Yeah, and Shuttle following that up with the second pylon, so no seller in production at all. So Mind is going to be rather safe when going for this expansion. He can put up that bunker, and he's going to be absolutely safe until Dragoon range is done. He will need to repair his bunker and get that tank out ASAP. Shuttle is going to scan in the correct direction as well as mine did, so both players going to have full intel early on. And let's see if Shuttle decides to go for some proxy. Once seeing the early CC here, you can go for proxy Reavers. You can proxy the robotics base somewhere on the map, or any type of cheese really. You can proxy gateways, proxy DTs. Protoss has a lot of options, or put down 2 Nexuses if you'd like as well. What's going to be important for Mind here is to scout what the Protoss is doing here, and we see a Dark Citadel of Adun going down. Did Mind scout that? Because the SCV was in the base. I think he scouted that. I'm pretty sure his SCV got there, but we're going to see if Mind saw that in the way he responds, and Shuttle does cancel that, so Mind most likely saw it, going for a robotics facility instead and a Nexus. So Shuttle will not be able to put on any pressure on this early expansion that Mind went for. So Mind is currently a bit ahead, I would say, due to very nice scouting from his part. He's still going to be forced to get the engineering bay though, because he does not know that Shuttle cancelled the DT shrine, but he's only going to need 1 to 2 turrets to be totally safe here, and maybe a few later on when the Shuttle becomes a viable threat. Mind coming in again for a scout here, seeing the CC, or the Nexus rather, but he does not know, that doesn't say anything about the DT tech really. Ah, Reaver, okay. Mine might not have turrets set up for Reaver harassment, as they are placed slightly different for DTs. But mine might also make a few more turrets just in case. We see a starport going up here as well as an eBay. SCV does still not know if DTs are on the way, but mine is probably assuming it's not DTs. eBay's done, he's got, I think, mines on the way, a starport coming up. If he makes a Wraith now, he has anticipated this Reaver harassment very well. If he goes for a dropship now, he thinks Shuttle is playing more economical, would be my guess. I think he's going to go for the Wraith. Shuttle walling off his natural in anticipation of speed vultures. Second factory going down for Mind, and let's say what he's going to produce from that starport. Or I guess we are, never mind. I'm not sure if we can see when they click on the building what he's producing. I don't think so. A Reaver is out now, so the Wraith should pop out just slightly after the Shuttle arrives to the Terran base, so the Reaver might actually get some damage off, but most likely Mine is going to kill that Shuttle off, and that's going to be hard for Shuttle to come back. He's got a later expansion, he had to cancel his Citadel of Adun, and if his Reaver doesn't do anything, I mean many small steps, but it's going to result in being behind quite ahead. Let's see that Wraith. It's a dropship, so Mine did not anticipate the Reaver. This might do a lot of damage now, since there is no hard counter for that Reaver. If Shuttle micros this correctly, the Reaver's never going to die. Oh, get some good hits off as well. I'll Zealot with that Shuttle as well, that helps so much. Oh, this is going to be exciting. This dropship might do a lot. There won't be many observers out because he built the Shuttle and the Reaver. Is that Reaver speed? Oh my god, he's got Reaver speed and 2 Zealots. This is getting bad for Mine. What are these vultures going to be able to do? Pick up the Shuttle. Oh, he gets the tank. Wow. 4 SCVs with that Scarab. The Wraith is finally out, but so much damage done. Let's see how much these vultures do. Oh, the clump of SCVs. The clump of SCVs. Oh, he gets 2 of them. Alright, that's okay. I don't think the Vultures did very much. We can look at the supply and see 63 to 37. Now the Wraith is dead, but wow, that was a lot of damage. Very nice from Shuttle committing to Reaver's speed there as well and keeping it all hidden. Third base going up against going up behind this Reaver harassment, which is very common and extremely strong, as long as you don't lose the Reaver to a turret without killing anything, because counterattacks will kill you. But it's hard for mine to. Mine might actually try to pressure Shuttle here, but another Reaver is out, and mine did lose a few tanks and vultures, so it was not only SCVs he lost. So it's just looking really bad for him in army and economics, to be honest. He's gonna try for a drop instead here, being a bit more safe, playing a little bit more in the middle of the road with this drop rather than pushing. But Shuttle is ready with that observer. Dragoons just moved from the natural though, so vultures are actually being able to get some probes here, and okay, blocked from the natural, so it doesn't get to. Oh wow, I think those had 3 mines each as well. Not sure if that was worth it. 3 vultures for around 3 probes. So Shuttle's still doing really good here. Man, we're seeing so much Reavers this year. It is absolutely insane. Reavers were not this common a few years ago. Now they're almost used in every game, and they still have so much success. I wonder if StarCraft Remastered has changed the Scarabs AI somehow and made them more efficient. Because when StarCraft Remastered was released, that's when Reavers became a lot more popular. So I wonder if there is some correlation there, but most likely not. Probably just a meta shift, but you never know. Turrets are finally up for mine now, so no more shuttles will be able to go in there without getting really hurt at least. Speed shuttles can still go past there though, but it's going to be hard to come out at least from the base, so you're kind of trapped. Another drop coming in here from mine. A cannon is soon done. Goons are placed as well. This dropship is not going to do anything. I think they get 3 probes. He's going to get this probe though, and this is very annoying for Protoss. Sometimes you can be delayed minutes as a Protoss player just because when you try to take your 4th base due to the vultures on this map. Can be really annoying. Mind is going to try to take his 3rd base soon. Yeah, there we go. But this is a late 3rd base for Mind. Compared to what is normal on this map. If he would have created that Wraith instead of that dropship, this would have been another game. Small details make huge differences in StarCraft. It'll be interesting to see if Shuttle goes for carriers when he takes the top right base as well. As he has the time to be a bit more greedy, due to being ahead, he can transition into carriers without being that scared of a push. Or he can choose to be a bit more aggressive with arbiters, but it's hard to be aggressive on this map. Terran is pretty cozy in that corner, up the ramp at the 3rd, and that choke at the natural. But he wants to play more aggressive. He's got 3 speed shuttles, so I don't know what I'm saying. He's going full aggro. Oh, I do not think this is going to work. Where's the rest of the army? A few tanks do go down. If he kills off these supply depots, he might be able to get those zealots in. Oh, that is so close. Oh my god, now they're at equal supply. Well, it is the easy way out, right? Just trying to go aggressive against the 3rd base for Terran. Because if you take that out, you've won the game. There's no way for Terran to really come back at that point. But on this map, up that ramp, supply depots block in. It's really hard. Shuttle's trying to pressure the natural as well. He did kill off a few tanks, so mine might be spread out thin. Shuttle is really going for his ground units here. He's got 2 forges upgrading, so he's probably not transitioning into carriers by the looks of it. Maybe arbiters are already on the way. Some sort of tech should be on the way, or Shuttle might be in a bit of trouble. Was the word I was looking for. And mind delaying Shuttle a little bit with the dropships here. Very nicely done from Mind. Very cute harassment, actually delaying Shuttle quite a bit. He also delayed Shuttle's 4th base and now potentially his 5th there with the vultures and mines. And you can delay the 4th and 5th of Protoss quite a bit on this map, especially if Mind decides to get a few more dropships early on and drop them on the high ground. Targeting that 4th base is also quite common. Oh, we got Storm out now as well, but great vulture play from Mind, forcing those storms out. We got 1 High Templar left with no energy at all, so very cost efficient for Mind, that trade. Shuttle will finally not be able to take the 5th base. Another vulture killing that off. Shuttle coming in here. Storm drop. Ooh, gets quite a lot of SCVs. 7 kills on that one. So at least 7 kills. That's alright. I think he got a tank as well. Good drop. Mind losing his dropship though. Don't know how much he killed. Probably not too much since cannons were very close. And gateway explosion coming up from Shuttle, probably in the top right corner soon enough as well. Closing that 200 supply mark, Shuttle is. And Mind is moving out, okay. If Shuttle loses his army now, he might be in a bit of trouble because he does not have a bank and he's not maxed out yet. But it's going to be hard from Mind to kill Shuttle's army as well, him being ahead 30 supply with plenty of speed shuttles. He doesn't have Arbiter or Carrier Attack out, he's just continuing going with these shuttles. And still playing very aggressive, going for this 3rd again. Might work now, only 2 tanks are here. Very nice harassment from Shuttle actually, gets a lot of storms off. It does get cleaned up though, but he does kill a few SCVs. Kills off 2 tanks as well, so well played. But Shuttle doesn't have any high tech, so I guess High Templars is pretty high tech, but he doesn't have any A units, no Arbiters, no Carriers, no expensive tier 3 units. And he's going for more storm drops here. This sort of playstyle has also become more popular lately. Going for multiple speed shuttles instead of that Arbiter and Carrier tech. Few more turrets going down there for Mind. He knows what Shuttle is up to. And Shuttle is going for a 3rd time here with 1 shuttle. It's going to die fast, only gets 2 zealots out. There's not much here to defend for Mind, and a lot of zealots for Shuttle, which is good. They can get up the ramp, because Dragoons can't really do that. Oh, that's a great storm. More storms on the SCVs. Actually getting some great damage done here from Shuttle, but you can see the goons, they don't stand a chance getting up that ramp. I think Shuttle will have to get out very soon. Or he's going to commit on that 3rd CC. I don't think that's going to work, but he might try. More storms coming off from Shuttle. He has so many storms. And that CC does survive. And Dragoons are probably trapped and dead up here. Okay, Dragoons managed to get out, most of them. But this was good harass from Shuttle. I mean, Shuttle's setting up his 5th base. Mind is struggling to keep his 3rd up. And he's getting low on minerals in his main and his natural. He has to get a 4th base up ASAP if he wants to survive, in my opinion. Or try to push. But he did lose a lot of units. 40 supply down, and Shuttle is keep on making High Templars here. Yeah, this aggressive, he's going at it again actually. 4th time, and oh wow, what is that mind? What is that mind? Was that 10 vultures with the Zealot? I don't think I've ever seen that many vultures get killed from one mine, ever. And SCVs have to retreat again. Tanks are going down. And Shuttle is just manhandling this 3rd base. There's no other way to put it, really. I mean, Mine has to have his entire base army down there just to defend it. And Shuttle's macro is becoming way too strong. He's maxed once again. And it is very beautiful to watch this style of PvT when the Protoss decides to get many speed shuttles with Reavers and High Templars and just go so aggressive. Going for those upgrades and just skipping any high-tech air units whatsoever. It's super hard to pull off. I've tried doing this a few times. This just ends in a total disaster, to be honest. But when you're as good as Shuttle, you can do this strat pretty damn well. I think it's also quite popular on Fighting Spirit, which is surprising to me. And now Shuttle is going to pressure the natural. That is so many mines. But a few Zealots will kill those off. I don't think Mine has a lot at his natural. He has to go back with his units. And tanks are not too agile on those ramps either. Yeah, Mine tried to take this 4th base. That's what prompted Shuttle to push this area. And there is absolutely no way Mine can hold that 4th base. And that is going to spell GG for Mind. Shuttle being up 230% in supply or something. GG. Alright. Good game. Well played from Shuttle. I'll catch you guys in the 2nd game.